Bowling! Bowling there! Come bowl now! Get your bowling! Who's ready? Bowling!
Mom, make Dad tell the story right.
That's what really happened.
Phenomenal.
It can come any time. You're taking a bow or feeding a cow. Matter of fact, I got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own. It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the center. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
Streets go.
The Bogan force is too strong upon us. Our spirit is broken.
The Bogan is strong with you, but not nearly strong enough.
I am Lord Darth Vader, First Knight of the Sith, and right hand to His Eminence Prince Esper Valorum, the Master of the Bogan.
Let's see how you go with a can of beer up your exhaust pipe, mate.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you, crack pack? You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
Professor, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Kent.
Man, I've missed it. I've missed playing that video. It's been a month. What was the last launch we had? Oh my god, it's been so long. I can't even. Oh, it was Coney Waves. How the bloody hell are you all going? All you bogans out there, mad lads, mad whams, everyone out there, everyone in between. We're inclusive. We are doing a launch stream finally, and it's something new too. First time me, first time you, first time Ben as well. We're doing our very first ever Kickstarter launch. I have no idea how it works, how it's going to go. We don't even have a link yet, so we're winging a prayer. Effort. We're doing it live. I hope you are having a great night tonight. I see a lot of beautiful faces out there in the chat, both on YouTube and Rumble. Can I just say Rumble, the Rumble gang, hashtag Rumble gang, are going nuts lately. 461 followers over there. I guess they don't call them subs. It's got to be different. But 20 watching. This is amazing. The growth is astounding. 25, 26. It's going up. 27. And 50 beautiful people watching here over on YouTube. Thank you all very much for joining us here. You know I love a launch stream. They're my favorite kind. And Ben's a cool guy. I've had Ben on this channel going all the way back. I see Blue Samurai's in the chat over on Rumble. Blue will remember. Blue was there for many of them. And he's a fan of Outlaw Nights. So he's excited to finally get the second one going. But before we do any of that, we must honor this man right here who seems to be back in the saddle, and I love to see it. The competition is heating up. Jeremy Burt's, oh, move that over there. I moved it the wrong way. 12 for the year. Excellent. Love to see it. He says first Joe Wapner's here. How the Law's here. Rand Nada. I see Voyager. I see Happy Jack. What a name. William Wellborn can't make it. He's on holiday in New South Wales, but he says good luck. Thank you. Hail Mo Biggs. He claimed first, but an honorary first of kind. Hail Mo, great to have you back. He was he was laughing that I always get the new guests on the days that he's not here, and it didn't go like that. Yesterday we had a fun show though with Clint eating candy. Let me shout out some people in the Rumble chat. Tacitus Jones, Dark Lord Fudd, Hail the Law is there, Blues there. Get Over It, the original and the first. Jay Beats. Look at everyone over there. Rand Nada, Rayton. I see you all over there. We're 6 minutes in. This is supposed to be a launch stream. Let me send the link to Ben. And while he's popping in, I'll say hello to Jim Cox. I'll say hello to Joseph. There's Blue over here as well. Blackjack, awesome one. Fanta's in the chat. Slipstick. Hail Felix Huss, the link master. We'll get you a link as soon as we can, Felix. I don't know. We don't know it yet. He couldn't find one. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Zombie Boy's here. John's here. Who else? I'm sure I saw Sumo Thori here. No, I know Sumo is a big fan of the auctions, and I know that Shay is starting her auction as well. So, but the good thing about an auction is I guess you can just kind of have it on the side, and if you see what you like, you can go buy it. You can keep watching this show. That's how I'm going to take it anyway. Who else do we have? Jay Ryan's in the house. Belmont's here. Hey, great to see you, man. Improby. Look at all these great people. Fine people and ladies. Mad Wham, Angela Curry in the house. There's Sumo. Fantastic. Lord Ravener, aha, don't thirst. Yeah, we will, of course, be raiding Jeremy's show, comic talk show with Ravener and Aldous and Snuggy and Jeremy when the show is done. So stick around for that. Oh, I hear it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Apologies to everyone I can't say hello to. Let me just pop this down and bring the fella in. Pirate Captain, welcome aboard.
What's up, y'all?
How you going, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Well, I mean, it's not really about me tonight. The question is, how are you feeling? Is the campaign... I've never done this before, so I have no idea. We're flying blind. Have you ever had a Kickstarter before?
I have not. This is my first one. I did, like, I went through it. I went through it, and I managed to actually read the whole instruction. I got the thing approved by the Czar over at Kickstarter, so it should launch.
You always need to prostrate yourself before the Czar of comics over on Kickstarter. I don't know who that is anymore, but hopefully they're approving of us. We don't have much to show. I mean, other than we will have once the campaign is up. Usually we kind of show off some things and stuff, but I guess we don't have that. Other than I've got your cover here. I guess we can show off. Hold on a sec.
I'm down for that.
There it is. Let me show that off. Let me share that. Share screen. This is Outlaw Nights. Now, some of you in the chat, it was 2 years ago we were doing the first book, so it's been a while. And you previously launched this on Indiegogo. It didn't pan out. I remember you had a much larger funding goal that time round.
Yeah, I managed to actually fund the line art myself. In between launching this one and the last one. And I noticed that I think part of the problem I had, number one, I chose a terrible time to launch last year. I chose like right near Christmas. And then also I discovered about 2/3 of the way through the campaign that I had been shadow banned.
Yeah,
and,
well,
and that was what I decided.
it's it's so many people are running into that. But we're gonna give it a go, and that's great to hear that you've self-funded the line art. So this is pure crowdfunding. You need you and I think you're asking for, what is it, 3.5 or 4K or something,
4K
to pay for the colors and production and shipping and everything. So that's crowdfunding. All right, well, I don't know how this is going to go, essentially. But normally, people will have seen what they're going to do. They don't have that access here. This is happening on Kickstarter. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to play the countdown, and you get about 40 seconds. So as soon as I start playing that video, hit it. Like, do what you need to do, and then shoot me a link so I can put the link in the chat for the people, and then we'll check out the campaign. This is how it's going to work. I mean, we'll see how we go. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, are you ready? Outlaw Knights 2. It's a Genesis. What's the title of the?
It's Genesis of a Renegade Part 2. The next
Genesis
one's gonna
of a Renegade Part 2.
Next one's gonna have a different subtitle.
All right. That's okay. All right. I'm nervous. I'm sweating a little bit, but it's also exciting. We've never done this before. So, all right, everybody. I hope you are ready. As always, if you do back the campaign, put your backer number in the chat. Turn your headphones up. This countdown is a little bit soft. It's a little bit low. I've still got to fix that. So put some headphones on. Turn it up. We're about to launch the second book of Outlaw Knights for the first time on Kickstarter. Here we go.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Here we go.
It's there. All right. Wow, that was right down to the line too. I literally got that page up a second before that thing. Okay. All right. It's there. Now people have questions in the chat. G says, what am I watching? That's the famous countdown. That is the famous countdown. Eric says, so when will Kickstarter take my payment when I back? Now I've backed some things on Kickstarter, but it's been a while. As far as I'm aware, when you back on Kickstarter, you don't get paid until the campaign ends. That's your understanding, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it won't come out until it ends. That's how it goes. So 60 days is when you will actually get charged, and then there's a whole thing where they get in contact with you. I don't know. It's the old school way of crowdfunding. But hey, I'm going to be doing a Kickstarter eventually. When I launch my book, I will be going. I'll be doing it on my thing. I'll be doing it on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. So it's time. It's time we start getting out there and start testing things out. All right, we're here. We have the campaign. Excellent. Now what do we do? All right. Hang on a sec. Why is it? Let me
now
go.
What?
I know, right? I like this hearing better. I've got why isn't it? It's not showing me. I'm seeing people. It's not showing the actual top, which I need. Oh, actually it is. It is. Look. And it's in Australian dollars too. Yes, I know it. One backer. Okay, is the backer in the chat? Are we here? Can we announce ourselves? All right, maybe not yet. Let's scroll in and check out what this campaign is. Do we have a trailer or there's no trailer?
I didn't put a trailer up this time around, mainly because it's the same trailer I used for issue 1, and I did that on my last campaign, and I didn't know if that was like confusing people or if it was like annoying people.
Yeah. All right. Down into the depths here. Okay, so this is the cover. Do you want to start with a little bit of introduction to, first of all, what Outlaw Knights is, and then where we're up to here with this second campaign?
Absolutely. Well, Outlaw Knights. This is a cyberpunk space opera action series. This takes place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space, and history is very much repeating itself as the nations of Earth are all at each other's throats, competing over territory and resources. And it's essentially the discovery of the New World 2.0. And with all of this going on, space being as vast as it is, it has given way to many movements for independence, many movements for new cultures and new, people trying to strike it out on their own. And as a result, this has led to a golden age of piracy, a new golden age of piracy. And essentially, in the midst of all this chaos, and also keep in mind, this is happening about a few years in the wake of World War III. So everybody's kind of in a rebuilding.
What time are we talking here in the future? How far into the future are we talking?
Oh, we're like 1,000 years from now.
All right. Okay.
I wanted to give it a nice wide berth.
Yeah. You don't want it to be too close, and then people are like, hang on, where are the I don't know, where's the iPhone 24?
But yeah, we are in the wake of World War III. Everything is very hectic and chaotic, and in the midst of all that, we've got our main character, Cyrus Lawson, who is that gent right there with the gun. Cyrus is about 18 years old. He's had a pretty rough go of it growing up, and he's moved to a small, out-of-the-way colony called Therese. And it's very insignificant, and he's joined the colony guard there because I think he really wants to be kind of a small-town hero. He's not expecting a hell of a lot to happen. But unfortunately, right at the beginning of issue 1, that dream of a simple existence is ripped right from under him as the pirates of the ship known as Hazard invade his settlement looking for a special piece of data. This data is going to lead to a treasure that everybody's got their eyes on. It is a rat race. And so push comes to shove, without giving too much of issue 1 away, Cyrus is kidnapped by these pirates. And so now here in issue 2, he's got to learn how to survive in the underworld of the 31st century, how to get over his innate prejudice and overall very black and white sense of morality, because things aren't that simple in the 31st century.
It's funny. I just finished watching a TV show. I don't know if you've seen it, called The Expanse.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, a lot of the. I mean, it's not the same story or anything, but it's the future of humanity out there in space. Piracy is a big thing. It's all these different factions fighting for independence. Great. Now, the TV show, whatever you want to say about it, but I've always said this to you. I love these gritty, more real sci-fi sort of stories here. Can I just shout out Get Over It over on Rumble, back at number 1. Hale, Get Over It. And Blue Samurai backed it as well. He's back at number 2. Thank you so much, Blue.
I know the Blue Samurai.
Mo says, what a surprise, Ben. Clancroft is promoting a book about a colony. So hang on. No, This is space. This is a whole new frontier. Blue says Kickstart has really improved their shipping and add-ons integration. Also, you can alter your backing if you need to later, such as adding an add-on. Yeah, I guess that would be a really big benefit to Kickstarter over Indiegogo, because you don't get charged until the end. You can. That would be great if you can just sort of play around with what you've backed. If people add stuff to the campaign or whatever. Amo says the Expanse. Yeah, it did get about that way in the end, but not Outlaw Nights, hopefully. Spiffing New Zealand says, I backed this just now. I have no idea how to check my backer number. I don't know either, guys. I got no idea. I've we've never done a launch on Kickstarter, so we have no idea how this works. But actually, let me scroll back up. The cool thing about Kickstarter is, come on, scroll up, is this thing updates automatically. So if you're not here, you miss it. Now that's a bad thing for the streams because I like to do the refresh. But we're starting. We've got 5 backers already. Spiffing NZ says, I'm guessing I'm backer number 4. One of by the sounds of it. Let's get over. It says who's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, well let's give Spiffing NZ number 4 because we don't know who 3 and 5 is. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, we'll continue to scroll down. Now, as you said, you're essentially all the pages are drawn. You've paid for that yourself.
Yep.
Which is
pending some edits because I do want to get in there and I want to change a few things here and there. But I've put up my favorite pages on the campaign. My favorite line art in particular.
Yeah. And it's that's I mean people I think they appreciate someone who has invested their own hard-earned money into a project. And I know that there's that line between crowdfunding and sort of crowd selling, but it really, I think it gives people that, that sense of, okay, this guy's actually really invested in bringing this thing to fruition and making it happen. Now, that's the crowd side of it though. Meet us halfway. If I do this, can you help me with the coloring and obviously the production and everything? Jeremy is in the house. How you going, Jeremy? We'll be rating Jeremy's show after this show, so make sure you stick around for that. All right, we're scrolling down. Let's check out some more of these pages. I've always loved the spaceships and sort of interior scenes that you've had on this book. I remember from the first one, you had some really cool, spaceship shots, which is what you're going to want in a story like this.
And like our artist for this one is Juanito from Dwarves vs. Lions from the Aerith Saga. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, I chose him. Yep. I chose him because his style is very similar to Render's original style. So I didn't want it to be like a huge divorce because the problem is, I don't know if I think I told you.
I actually honestly didn't even really know that there was a different artist. So he's done really well, like making it the same. Your art on this campaign has always been really good. So,
well, thank you.
Juanito is a great artist too. His the work he's been doing lately is kicking ass.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you, like my original artist for issue 1, he just like vanished off the face of the earth. Like it wasn't a thing of like, he wasn't like ducking me or anything. Like he just vanished. Nobody's heard from him. I don't know what happened. So I had to kind of scramble.
That's happened to a couple of people. I know a guy whose colorist has just disappeared off the face of the earth. No social media or anything. Everyone's really worried. You hope they've just sort of decided, nah, I'm out and I'm leaving. But you never really know. Mo says he's talented as he is gay, and that's saying something. Juanito likes to just pull random things out of his drawer next to him. Sometimes it's cake, sometimes it's watermelon. You never really know what it is. Let me zoom in a little bit. Juanito is progressing every day, says Krager. Yeah, he's getting really good. Drago got him, says Jeremy. Could be. And there we go. Felix now has the link. I have as well pinned it to the top of YouTube. You're not able to pin, I don't think, on Rumble. Let me check, actually. Rumble chat's been getting pretty good. No, you can't pin yet. But over on Rumble, I see the number 3 says, I think I'm number 5. That's not ideal for me, but thank you nonetheless. Yeah, I'm sure he wanted the number 3. Hal Law says art looks amazing. Let's zoom in here and enhance.
The number to me isn't important. It's the fact that you're on board. That's what's important to me.
Exactly. And this is is this book the finale to an arc or the start of a new arc? I can't remember. It's been a while.
It's the Yeah, like the big thing was that issue 1 was initially going to be 50 pages long, and I had to cut it in half for cost reasons. So this is the second half of issue 1, which is why it's just Genesis of a Renegade Part 2. My hope is that this will be at least about 8 to 10 issues on this particular arc. Because it's kind of a big arc that we're going on, because I feel like with the pirate genre, it kind of lends itself to the ability to go on multiple adventures with kind of, you know, with your overall
space as
goal.
well. You can go pretty much anywhere.
Yeah. And I mean, I've always, like, that's the thing, like, after Pirates of the Caribbean kind of relaunched the pirate genre, it got me thinking about it a little bit more. And I'm like, what works about the pirate genre, and how can I play with that in a more futuristic sense? Because I didn't want it to be like, okay, like pirates. So like, oh, there's a guy with a peg leg and a guy with a eye patch and blah, blah. Like, I didn't want all that. I wanted to kind of update it, you know, modernize it.
Speed Killer says, I hope you don't have any problems shipping to Australia like the last issue. Did you have issues there?
I did. I think the biggest problem I ran into was just the fact that it was because of it was happening during the COVID lockdown stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was nuts. When they were charging us $75 to post
and it was
Australia.
And I remember, like, I think even like I mailed to you at one point, and then like I asked you, like, hey, did it come? And you were like, oh no, it hasn't come yet. And like,
Yeah,
I think I ended up having to remail it.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 months later or something. The thing about the Australian shipping is, I think we've pretty much got it sorted. Either it's me, Critical Blast, or Hockey. You can send a bunch of the books. So just say if you get 5 or 10 orders, you can send them all to me in one package, or to Critical Blast or someone. I don't really mind. And
I added
you can send them out, and it works fine.
And I added a special perk just for that, where like sort of a bundle of the issues for overseas backers to kind of piggyback on.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Well, we'll go through the perks in a bit. I'm just enjoying Juanito's amazing art here. 66 beautiful people here on YouTube. And let me check. Man, Rumble is going nuts. 40. We've nearly got as many people watching on Rumble as we do on YouTube. That is amazing. Everybody, please do share the streams out. This is crazy. I'm waiting for, I reckon at some point we'll have more people watching on Rumble than on YouTube, which is nuts to see. Hang on, did someone over on Rumble say oh no, that was the number. Okay, all right, we got that. Okay. Blue Samurai says, I'm not beautiful, so I'm on Rumble with the rest of the rabble. Jeremy agrees. Art looks great. No, Jasper, you're not. Oh, you're the first. Yes, you are. Jasper's the first on Twitch. I do as well stream on Twitch too, but I don't know why I do that anymore. I don't think it really helps anything. Yeah, man. The whole pirate situation. Now with this, is it pure sci-fi? Is there, you know, Star Wars is sort of like fantasy sci-fi? Is this pure sci-fi?
I would say this is more space opera, and it's definitely more action heist type of genre. It's just like space and the colonies and all that are just mostly the setting. And they also just really provide more dynamic and fun action sequences. And there's definitely like some cyborg type characters in it. And I plan on introducing
for the chat here. I'm sure they're all thinking, what's the babe situation like?
There's not that many babes in this issue, but
boo. There's one here.
I've got a plan for a specific hot female character for the next issue. She's gonna be big.
I see her right here. All right, let me just zoom out a little bit here. Man, I'm just getting used to Kickstarter. Are you going to be going with the same colorist that you've used here on the covers?
Yes, that is Marcos Martins. He has done the coloring, like all the coloring for the images for this issue.
So it's going to look like this essentially. This is what the people are paying for.
Yes, except for that issue with code. Except for that particular image right there. That was actually done by my previous colorist who was not able to come back on.
Very nice. Is that like a pinup or something?
Yeah, that was a pinup that I sold a very limited edition, like on the email list on the first issue, and I just always loved that poster, and so I decided to offer it this time on the main campaign.
All right, I remember this. Man, this takes me back. I was checking actually. It was over 2 years ago. We were promoting this.
I know
Outlaw Nights.
I'm hoping to make this more. I'm hoping to streamline this better.
Oh, we all are. Hey, I'm in the exact same boat. It's been over 2 years for me. It's like, trust me, I know what it's like. All right, man, it's great artwork on here. Kodiak.
Yeah.
How much do the ships play into this story? You know how they do that a lot in sci-fi, where the ship sort of becomes a character. Are you doing anything like that, or is it like space stations or a zone, anything like that in this story?
Well, there is definitely a space station, and the pirates, their ship is called Hazard, and so in many ways it is very much like it's kind of their clubhouse. It's the best way I can put that. It's their home. It's where they hang out and party. Particularly the Captain Ivory. I've always like pictured like on the bridge of the ship, he's always got music playing on the loudspeaker while he's drinking.
Yeah. Nice.
And so yeah, Hazard's very important to him.
Matty Fowler says OG CG right there. Yeah, totally. Although Mo says, I'm just saying, when it comes time for the third Outlaw Nights, watch Baywatch Nights. And Raiden says, Outlaw Nights. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Hasn't been that long, guys. Come on. Hasn't been that long. Eric says, I feel dirty. Just backed. You better make this worth it. I guess I'm back another 6. Yeah, guys, look, this is the new era. We obviously cannot sequester ourselves to Indiegogo. And that's sort of the impetus, behind the reason why you're not funding this on Indiegogo. You've had enough with the shadow banning and all that sort of stuff, which I completely understand.
Yeah, and it was sad because I really liked Indiegogo's setup. It was just like when they shadow banned me, I did not understand that, and just everything I'd been hearing from like you and others, like talking about how like there's just these shady dealings going on these days. It's like, why are you shooting your cash cow? Like why?
Why are any companies doing anything they're doing at the moment? It's all upside down. It's all clown world. No one can really quite understand it. Everyone has their own theories. Is it ESG? Is it CIE? I don't know. Is it just really lunatics or bad people or strange women? Who knows? But the point is, I think it's time that we all get ourselves out there into the world, get out of our little corners of the internet, and face the world and show them what we got, and show that, hey, no, we actually have some pretty friggin' awesome stuff to offer here. We are not just complaining about the culture. We are here to create new culture, new stories, and you can support us in that. Not everyone is going to want to make their own website. I mean, I'm very happy that I was able to do that. Not everyone has the time or the technical expertise to do that. There's also fundmycomic.com. Have you heard of that one by Luke Stone?
Yes, I was definitely considering that one, but I've been paying attention to it, and it looks like it just hasn't quite launched.
It's actually growing. We were checking it out yesterday, and I saw the same thing. I was like, it's a slow. I mean, you understand that,
Yeah, it's new.
Like those guys are big and famous, but man, there's some books on there that are really funding now. The Buckler is exclusive over there. There's another one that's purely exclusive too. The guys in the chat will remember. But yeah, I would seriously consider it. I seriously would. Give people the option. Give backers the option. There's some people in there that don't want to back on Indiegogo, don't want to back on Kickstarter. So give them the option. That's the way I look at it anyway. Apex says Indiegogo wants to lose customers for their wokeness. I think they just don't care. I honestly think they just don't care.
Yeah,
Jasper
like
says Rumble is growing, man. It really is. It's going crazy over there. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no, I've no, my bad. I was just gonna say, like, I had heard it was like, yeah, there's some people saying it's that Indiegogo hired some of the folks that left Kickstarter, and then I'd also heard that it was that they're trying to focus more on like funding different technologies. But either way, I feel like shadow banning is just so smarmy. It's so like, it's like, if you want to kick me off, just kick me off. Don't pull this little, well, you can have a profile, but we're gonna make sure it doesn't succeed as best we can. It's like, you know.
Yeah, that's what I said about Kickstarter. I was like, at least they ban you to your face. So I'll give him that. I know Jasper has no love lost for Indiegogo that he calls scummy go-go. But I'm gonna put the option back into the hands of the backers. So that's what Mandy's doing. I think I'm going to follow her path. It seems to be going quite well for her. Let's check out how this actually works. It's so different on Kickstarter. So the perks are over here. All right. Pledge $1 or more. I don't understand that. Okay, $15. It gets you Outlaw Nights issue 2 physical plus digital. Remind me again how big this book is. How many pages?
It is 25 pages. Okay, I wanted to make it longer, but I couldn't.
No, hey, trust me, I'm making my own 32 pager, and it is, when you want a good artist, it's expensive. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna color it. Oh damn. Anyway. Bancroft gatekeeping my revelation of Indiegogo's new comic czar is Danny. Oh, that could be Lord. It. Danny's over there ruining all of our fun. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. The problem is
Kevin.
Who said it the other day? I think it was Patrick. Patrick has, I think, raised $300,000 on Indiegogo, which is insane. Think about that. 300,000 on that site, and they won't respond to his emails. I mean, it's mind-blowing. Mo Biggs. I wanted to make it longer, but I couldn't. The story of Bancroft's life before Rod came on. Oh shit. All right, so there you go. You can get the physical and digital there. 2-for-1 special. See, I don't know how this works. It says pledge 15 or more. I guess you just back it and add things on, but that you can get the issue 1 and 2 in physical or digital.
Yeah, I figured
it
was
like pledge a certain amount or more. I see what's happening.
Yeah, like what they have a separate area where you do the add-ons. So I put all of the products as add-ons. So that's why the first
man, I'm gonna have to learn all this stuff.
And that's why the first perk I put on there that's $1 is the one where it's basically just make your own package.
Oh, that's like just access to the store, essentially.
Yeah. It would have been $0.
Refresh the page. I didn't think you have to refresh Kickstarter, do you? But I'll do it anyway. I mean, it says 7 backers. Yeah, 7 backers. 225 pledged. Did that just go up? I don't know what's going on. 7. I don't know if they've shouted out, if we've heard. I think we found number 6. Did I miss number 6? I think I did in the chat. Oh, I'm so bad. Or don't know where number 7 is, but yeah, if you guys do back, yeah, please do shout out in the chat so we can thank you personally. Eric says, I don't understand how the costing was worked out. He wanted 25, so I let it have that. Again, it's been so long since I've backed on Kickstarter. That's where I backed all the old Max Smith stuff. The Scurry stuff. All right. We got to that. $50 or more gets you the overseas bundle special. Is this what you were talking about?
Yep. And it was basically, I wanted to, I feel bad that the shipping for overseas is so high. Like, I hate having to charge a lot. And so I wanted to try to make a special deal for our overseas backers.
So what do they get in here? It's going to get 8.
Yes.
Wow. So that's so you get a bunch of people together. Is that sort of what you're thinking?
Yes.
Ah, that's a good idea. Yeah, because Rob and I do that occasionally, just for keep the cost down ourselves, or back something together, get 2 copies, and half the shipping. That's cool. All right. Scrolling, pledge 100. I see you got a retail pack as well. In case there are any retailers out there who want to put it into their stores. Cool. Spiffing NZ says Kiwi's in the chat. We should go for the bundle. Yeah, man, that's the whole thing. It's difficult. You've got to have the numbers to make it all worthwhile. It's hard. It's hard to get it all sorted, but hey, we're doing the best we can. Trying to figure this out. Citizen Ronan over on Rumble says, just because you're watching on Rumble doesn't mean you can be lazy. Hit that like button. Damn, it's yelling. So hang on. Then he says, I feel dirty just watching Bancroft. What? Citizen.
Oh,
Oh my god. And Desolate Soul Studios is over there. I was just hanging out with Jay. I just watched your interview with Ethan. That was great. It was a lot of fun. Those guys, I was just hanging out over on their channel the other day. Really cool channel. Go check them out. Ooh, hang about. Jennifer Grover on a Saturday. We don't normally see Jennifer on a Saturday. It's great to have you here, Jennifer. She says, I love you, Michael. Not inappropriately. Thank you, Jennifer. I always appreciate
Oh, my goodness.
Your loving sentiments. Mo says, no, stop being lazy. I'm not even watching on Rumble and I hit the Rumble like. It's crazy. 34 watching over on Rumble. 62 watching here. I mean, it's basically 100. 100 people, 100 beautiful people. Please do share the stream out. The more people, the more eyeballs we can get onto these campaigns. Obviously, the sooner we can get them funded. Ben here has been an absolute trooper. We know how difficult it is to make these things. You would agree, Ben. It's been difficult for you to sort of get out there and do the whole promotion thing. Over the years, and we all understand it. Everybody's situation is completely different, and at the same time trying to actually make these things, it's a whole lot of lot of this and that to get people to actually pay attention to what you're doing.
I mean, the making part is the fun part for me. It's like it's having it's the come buy it please thing. That's the part where I'm like,
Yeah, man. It is. Look, that's why I spend an hour every day making shorts. And that's an experiment. That's a whole experiment. I mean, I've got no idea if that's ever going to translate into people coming in and backing books. I hope it will. I see, big audiences of work for other people. So we'll see. Spending an hour or so for 4 nights a week doing streams and stuff. It's a massive commitment. It's an absolutely huge commitment. So I understand why not everyone can do that. But, that's what we try and do. Spread the love. Tofla just subbed on Rumble. Thank you. How many we got over there? 461. We're getting up on 500. That is crazy. And Proby says, I must be back at number 8. I think Eric was back at number 7. Hell, Eric. Getting out there. Great to see. What does Mo say? Bancroft hasn't made this many shorts since Stab McGee got that bedazzling kit and converted all his jeans. What the hell? Vilned, speaking of people who share things out, Vilned's in the house. He loves the he made me
I know Vilned.
Potato emojis back in the chat. Thank you, Vilned. He made sure. Vilned is another guy out there who's always sharing streams out, spreading the word. It's got a pretty big following over there on Twitter. So thank you, Villain. And this man right here, Felix Huss, the link master. We all needed to work in conjunction to get people out there seeing what we're doing. I just quickly, while I've got some people here, I just want to show off some things I received. Hammerella by Ryan Wynn. Just got that in the mail. Looks amazing.
Oh my.
I've been waiting a long time for this. I didn't know I got these, but he sent me all these Gods and Gears comics from Alterna. So I've got some more Alterna books now. Very nice. And for people in the chat, if we're walking down memory lane tonight, with having Ben on here and launching Outlaw Nights, do you remember this? Robert, do you remember this? Boogie Bot Comics. Look what I got. And I always said I loved the black and white more than the colors. Not saying the colors were bad. I just his line art is just, look at that. Ooh. Man, I've been waiting so long for this, and I'm so happy I finally have it. BoogieBot, if you're out there, dude, thank you. It looks amazing, and well done on getting it out. I know how much of a struggle it can be to fit all this stuff in with your your real life and everything. Mo remembers it. OG, yeah, a blast from the past indeed. That's great to see. People coming through on their commitment. Spiffing and Zed said, "Oh, we got a 9th back. Please dox yourself." Well, I mean, just tell us who you are. It says 9 backers now. Let's scroll up.
I mean, I do need your address.
Let's keep it here so we can see in case it pops up. So if we get a new backer now, we'll actually be able to see it. I do like that about Kickstarter. 15 minutes left. Before I just also want to point out, it's I think it's Easter today for me. You guys, it's tomorrow. But happy Easter to everyone. I went over to my dad's house last night and they gave me this. Do you guys have Kit Kat?
Yes.
Is that an American thing? Okay.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, Kit Kat egg. I'm trying to avoid all this stuff, but you know, it's Easter. You can't really avoid everything. So look at that.
It's 2023. You know, you gotta just go for broke.
Got some Kit Kats and an egg. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, it's good being in the future. Get to eat chocolate before all of you. Yeah, we want to hail your greatness. We do indeed. That's all we want to do over here. We got Ken Jack Ben in the house. How you going, Ken?
Ken Jack
he
Ben.
is risen indeed. Here you go. Oh, he's risen. I didn't know if that's. It's Easter here too. I want to eat eggs, but the cat is asleep on my lap. Well, I'm all here alone. Normally here Easter is a big event here with the family. The kids, we have a whole big hunt outside, and the house is all decorated. But my family's over in France at the moment, vacationing with Mel's parents, so they're doing it, and I'm here. But I'm working. I'm keeping busy. Eric says Cadbury's is the only acceptable Easter egg shaped candy. I disagree. Lint is good too. All right. Is there anything else that you want to say that you think is going to convince a 10th person to come in here and say, you know what, I need this. I need this book. I need this book in my life.
Well, I mean, really, this story, obviously I'm a little biased, but I really love this story. Like, when I wrote this, it was always just, it's like, what would I want to see in a space action story? And it took me a long time to really ruminate on it, and I got it down to where it's like, whenever I look at issue 1, like, I get excited just looking at the story again, and I can't wait to start cranking out more issues. And that's why I think everybody is going to enjoy this, because I made sure, like, whenever I go over the art, I go over it with a fine-tooth comb. I'm like, I want to make it the best it can be. And I'm really proud of what we've been doing, and I think you're going to love it.
How far can they get out into space? Like, what's this sort of their reach in this?
We're beyond the Milky Way, but
oh wow, beyond the Milky Way. Damn.
But we're not that far. We're not that far out. You know what I mean? Like we're not. It's not at a Star Wars level. Like where most colonies, like they haven't really. I think there's only like 2 planets that have like a large population. Like most colonies are kind of isolated. In special domes where they've added oxygen they've been made by this company called Bioko. Yeah.
Is it all about I'm just thinking of other stories. So like, I mean, the last story I watched, The Expanse, it was all about, obviously out in space, things that are valuable are not things that would be particularly valuable on a planet, like air and water and, you know, food and that sort of stuff. Is it a bit like that as well? Or is the technology far too advanced for that?
No, technology's advanced. They're still going for, you know, what you would consider conventionally valuable, but the treasure that they're after that is going to be the main crux of this multi-issue arc. It's much bigger than what pirates usually go after, and it's as a result, it's got all major nations on Earth have their eyes on it. A bunch of different pirate groups have their eyes on it. So the crew of Hazard has got a lot of competition. They're playing a dangerous game. And so it's going to be a rat race.
Now we see a lot of these guys are augmented, you know, cybernetic attachments and stuff. And I see a little creature here, which brings me to another question. Aliens. What's the situation there in your story?
So, I am a little bit different from most people who do like space stories or space stuff. There are aliens, but there are no aliens that are like humans. Meaning like
sort of advanced.
Yeah, like they're not advanced. There's no like, you know, they don't live in human type ways. It's all just animal life.
Mm-hmm.
And there are going to be different alien creatures that they're going to come across, but like none of them can talk. None of them have like tribes or communities. They're all just instinct-based life forms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antonio Cardenas sent me a bogan chat. He says, Bancroft, why are you banned from France? Not banned. It was a decision. It was a tough decision. It's been 5 years since Mel and the kids have seen her parents. Actually, you know, her dad hasn't seen Clark since he was an infant. So, you know, it was been a long time coming. Obviously, we were in the longest lockdown anywhere in the world here in Melbourne. So we, you know, they obviously wanted to get back there, and I didn't want to curtail on the length of their vacation, but I couldn't afford either for my comic or my work or other stuff to go over to France and frolic around in Strasbourg and Reims and Toulouse for 7 weeks. So I'm here holding the fort. That's essentially what's happening. Dojo Kun also back from vacation and here to see the launch. Yeah, man, we just launched it. It's our first ever Kickstarter launch. I think it went well. It's smoothly, you know. We didn't run into any issues. We've had a lot rockier launches on Indiegogo, I can tell you that. So yeah, look, this is the future, or at least for my channel. It's sort of like anything goes now. Indiegogo decided to throw a wrench in the whole existing system.
Yeah.
So we're going to adapt. We're going to pivot. We're going to do whatever we can to get our comics out in front of the most possible people. So whether it's your website, whether it's Fund My Comic, I think I know Robert Romano's making one. I know Billy Tucci's making one.
Oh, wow.
Whether it's Indiegogo, whether it's Kickstarter, or whatever it is. So I think it's important that we test these things, test the waters, so to speak. Survive Infinity's here. How are you going, my friend? It's great to see. Oh, it finally registered. Spiffing NZ's backing 10 backers now. Damn, we missed it.
Yes.
I wanted to see that thing tick up. That's okay. That's okay. I know I never mentioned GoFundMo. I know, right? I'm sorry, Mo. Yeah. GoFundMo as well. It doesn't have a website per se, but you can still fund there in spirit. And that's what really matters. I guess you are number 10. I don't know. It's a bit of a shame that Kickstarter doesn't lean more into the whole gamification side of this, which has been so much fun, and we've witnessed really add a lot of value to the launch and all that kind of stuff. But hey, we work with what we've got. We work with what we've got and see how it goes. He says no. In binary, that means he's number 2. Okay. You can take that. I don't mind. But doesn't that also mean someone's number 0? I'll get over. It says click on your name in the upper right. All right. Okay. So he's telling you how you can find your backer number. And the back projects, view all, then the plus button. All right. Go on a journey with me here. So click on your name in the upper right under backed projects, click view all, then the plus button to the right of the pledge, view more pledges, and scroll down to the bottom. There you go. Did you get all that? And that's where you'll find your backing number. No. Now, Spiffing NZ would know because he's from New Zealand. As we all know, it was the great Flight of the Conchords who had their robot song in binary. So he would know. Binary 1 is still 1. Makes sense. This is like starting a program on the Commodore 64. Hey, Kickstarter's a big platform. It's actually magnitudes larger than Indiegogo is in terms of raw viewers and what do you call them? Visits?
Before I ever even knew anything about crowdfunding, I had heard of Kickstarter before anything else.
Yeah, of course. It used to be called kickstarting. That's how ubiquitous it was. It wasn't called crowdfunding. It was called you do a Kickstarter. That's just what it was. But
the only reason I avoided it in the beginning was
full circle.
And the only reason I avoided it in the beginning was just like people were telling the horror stories about them vetting projects because
well, they were. No, they absolutely were. Camilla Zhang was there to make sure that nothing sort of slid under her radar that she thought was, went against her personal vision of what comics should be. Shane Davis has an anecdote where he was at an event and he kind of eavesdropped on her saying, yeah, I'm the one who got Zach banned and I'm making sure that none of these Comicsgate associated books are going to end up on Kickstarter. Thankfully, she's gone. And I think she's over at Zoop, but I don't even know if she has any influence over there either. But we'll Oh, okay. I got it. I think Bancroft misinterpreted my comment. Yes, I did. Clearly, I'm talking about how complex it is to find your backer number. They just don't know. People don't know. They don't know how important it is to brag how high you are, like how low your backer number is. Just like Speed Killer was. I'm backer number 2. Now that is 2 is a point of pride. My biggest get in all of CG was I was backer number 6 on Cash Grab, and that's pretty that's gotten more sort of prestigious over the years. That I don't know how many. I think it was like 4,500 backers that thing ended up with. So yeah, I still can't find my backer number, says Eric. Wow, we'll get there. Ben, thank you so much for coming on and launching with us tonight. Obviously, this is just the beginning. Now, I know you don't have that big sort of promotional engine behind you, but Still gonna have to get out there, get onto all the streams and everything. So I'm sure we'll see you out there in the world on different shows. Selling
and I'm also
your wares.
and I'm also gonna get back on my YouTube channel. I've been kind of on a bit of a hiatus, but I'm gonna try to start cranking out some more content this year.
What's the name of your YouTube channel again?
It's just called Fusebox. It's just
Fusebox. Let me pull that up.
Only it's Fuse space BOX, not like my name on here.
All right. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed. Fusebox. Is it 2 X's?
No, just one.
No. It's not finding it. That's what happens when you pick a name that is kind of, you know, another name out there. Hang on a second. I'm pretty sure you're in my subscriber list. Let me just find you here. Why doesn't it list it or alphabetically? I'll never understand that. It's not happening. Maybe someone in the chat has it for me.
Hang on, I'm gonna.
Yeah, if you send me private chat me the link, I can put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it. It was 2 X's. It is 2 X's.
Oh.
I knew it.
So I lied.
You don't even know. It is. I thought it was 2 X's.
I was trying to deceive you.
Mo Biggs, it says, oh yeah, it's like naming your book Robert. Yeah. It's gonna be hard to get up high on the Google trending list. Wow, we maintained well over 30 viewers on Rumble tonight. And what do we have here? Like 60 viewers on YouTube. This is amazing. Robert's finished, yeah. It's here, man. I've got it. And I've got the colored version as well. I guess you guys will be getting it soon, whoever backed it. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I want to thank Ben for coming on and launching on the show. Big shout out to everyone who backed. Please do share this campaign out. We need to get obviously as many eyeballs as we can on the project. Other than that, the biggest thank you of all, as always, goes out to the wonderful, amazing, incredible, spectacular, ever phenomenal, sexiest chat in all of CG. Right after this show ends, I'll be raiding Jeremy's show over on I think that, you know, they're talking about sequels tonight, which is interesting. I love that topic. Sequels that are better than the originals. I said Godfather Part 2.
Yeah.
The big one that a lot of people want to say is Empire Strikes Back, which I also agree with. But yeah, if you want to get in on that discussion, do go hang out. If they haven't started yet, they will be starting shortly. So until then, I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you all later. Bye.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty